Just a final one on Benjamin Netanyahu this morning. I mean, he was fairly strong in his language about his opponents, whether they're political opponents or whether they're just protesters outside, calling them Iran's useful idiots. What do you think about that? And do you think that could extend to protesters here in Australia? And those protests, those pro-Palestinian activists, particularly in Melbourne, I saw yesterday, that continues.
Pete, I've got no doubt that the vast majority of people involved in protests on this issue are sincere about their concern about the loss of civilian life in Gaza, as we all should be. I think there are also some people among those groups who have a deep-seated hatred for Israel, and some who even have a deep-seated hatred for the Jewish community. And we can see that in the anti-Semitic slogans and chants that have occurred at some of these rallies. We can see that in the fact that Hamas logos and symbols have been displayed at these rallies, a crime in Australia and one that the federal police should be enforcing. So I think the Israeli Prime Minister is well within his rights to call that out.
OK, elsewhere, James, in news broken by my colleague Olivia Casely, Mike Burgess has been reappointed to the National Security Committee in a major backflip by the Albanese government. What's your reaction to that?
This is a very significant story by Olivia Casely, and it's an extraordinary and embarrassing backflip from the government, because Mike Burgess, as well as the other Director Generals of our intelligence agencies, should never have been removed from the National Security Committee in the first place. And this is frankly an admission of guilt that they were wrong to do so. It's good that they've now reinstated him, but I think the public deserves an explanation. What was the Prime Minister's rationale for kicking them off the committee in the first place? What did they miss out on contributing to the committee in that time? And why have they now accepted that they were wrong to do so? It seems to me that the only reason that they've done so is that their decision to kick them off was publicly exposed by your other colleague, Shari Markson, a few months ago. And in embarrassment, they've returned them to the committee, but it shouldn't have happened in the first place.
All right, James Paterson, thank you. We'll talk to you soon.